So this idea of the peach tree appears a lot in our speaker's poem, Sipho Sepamla. And the peach tree is about the tree in his garden and in the will. It is one of his possessions and something that he wittily bequeaths to his children while making subtle comments about life under the apartheid system. The significance of the peach tree is that it was a place of gathering for people in the township where much discussion, sharing of opinions, and information took place. This is also an example of personification. So the peach tree here is personified. Our poem consists of a grand total of 21 lines. There's no rhyme scheme, so we can deem it free versed. And simply put, this poem is a protest against the apartheid government in South Africa. And the first three stanzas and the last three stanzas follow the same pattern. There's a similar pattern of diction and the arrangement of stanzas 1 to 9. But in stanza 10, there are 3 lines, and this is done to make it stand out from the rest. So the repetition of the word talk, 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 and talk highlights the need for dialogue between the oppressor and the oppressed. And the indents in the 4th and 5th stanzas are a commentary on the overall situation. So, like I previously said, the speaker wittily makes a series of rather odd, almost absurd suggestions about whom to discuss politics with. And this is from the birds to the shadows to the pets, the peach tree, and even the air itself. In this poem, he highlights the cruelty of the apartheid system and the necessity to fight it peacefully through negotiation. So let's discuss lines 1 to 6. Talk to the swallows. This refers to the people who visit South Africa. Apostrophe here, speaking to objects that cannot answer. Let us talk about the objects that cannot answer. Oops. To ask how it is in other countries. What is life like abroad? Talk to the afternoon shadow. This is personification. Once more, let us. Who is us? We're personifying the afternoon shadow here. Ask how the day has been so far. This reflects on the state of affairs in the community, the country in which our speaker and the peach tree are in. Let's raise our pets to our level. This refers to young people who might have radical ideas, and he's asking that they should be included or listened to. Ask them what they know of us. That line is very important. It's done to ensure that there's an explanation of backgrounds, perspectives, history that may not be known or understood. And the literal actions here are quite absurd. This idea of talking to pets, the afternoon shadow, and it's quite amusing to expect that our pets, who have been raised to a human level, to be able to answer the question, what do you know of us? And this absurdity, it creates a sense of humor. This is quite similar to the anthropomorphism that we have in Life of Pi. Let me write that word for you guys. Lines 7 to 10, words have lost meaning. The lines are indented here. There are indentations. See? Quite a few spaces. To show that these stanzas are commentaries and it indicates a difference. Also, the casual sounding, repetitive let's talk of the previous lines has also been dropped. And these words must be taken seriously. Further, he states that the words have lost their meaning. Due to censorship, propaganda, and the political climate, many words have actually lost their true meaning, and talking has almost become useless. This idea of misused notations, this refers to words, symbols, and communication, which have become so warped that the original intentions might have become lost. Think of that childhood game, Broken Telephone, where, someone at the back would say, oh, I love pizza. And then the person at the front would say something silly like, I eat street farts, or something like that. You know what I mean? The word whining has really bad negative connotations. That was a redundancy. Tautology of high-pitched complaining without valid reason. The words of line 10 are a reminder of the saying, the lady doth protest too much, a lovely Shakespearean quote, when people explain the same thing in the same way, and their plight is often ignored. Lines 11 and 12, this idea of the paralyzing heat. This is a metaphor, as the apartheid laws are compared to the intense heat that prevents people from moving and the heat that renders a person unable to do anything. Merciless, another metaphor, and this question emphasizes the mercilessness of the oppressors. No empathy, no mercy, no compassion for the oppressed people. It's 13 and 14. This refers to a disgusting smell. Words like rubbish heap, stench, down there, they relate to the way black people were regarded by the authorities. Unwanted things that were to be thrown away. something that created a bad smell or stench within society. These were the views of the apartheid government, the apartheid regime. And this tone is serious, and the intention is to describe the reality of the situation that black South Africans were regarded as those lacking value and were entirely disposable. Sickening, isn't it? It's disgusting. Lines 15 to 16. So, literally here, the peach tree is rooted in a permanent place in the garden, and the tree will tell him how it feels to be rooted and fruitful in a place you can call your own. And the connotation here of being rooted creates a sense of belonging. Figuratively here, black South Africans didn't have land. They were not even regarded as citizens, and they have no sense of belonging. They were not allowed to stay, buy, or even own their own land during apartheid. 17 and 18, moon going down. The light of the moon will disappear as it goes down, and this is symbolic of them losing hope. The moon is personified, and it is aware of their situation. The setting of the moon will lead to daylight, and daylight is associated with the new day, new hope. Their situation is visible to the whole world, but nobody has done anything to effectively change their situation. Lines 19 to 21, the lines are also indented, just as lines 7 to 10 are, in order to make them stand out. And the indents alert the reader to the fact that these lines are commentary on the overall situation. Come on, this is a call to action. He's encouraging himself and others to talk to those who can effect change. And this is emphasized by the repetition of let's talk. Devil, the oppressors, the apartheid system. It's about time. It's about damn time in a minute. Nah. We can't be joking around here. This is really serious. You guys are writing so soon. Well, it depends when you're watching. If you're watching at the start of the year, I've got a bit of time for finals. We can make some jokes, but not everybody. The time has come to speak directly to the powers who have been oppressing the black population for too long. And the final stanza creates a sense of urgency and a realization that a solution has to be found. It is time for negotiation. Okay, and we have quite a few themes at play here. So the desire for change, to create awareness of the harsh realities of black South Africans. Black here is used to classify all those that are non-white, so black, colored, Indian, Asian, mixed, other, purple, blue, you get the idea. And of course, with almost every apartheid poem, the themes of oppression, liberation, rebellion. The tone is quite absurd at the start, cynical, tones of despair, frustration, and very conversational. And the mood is quite apprehensive. And toward the end, we get a bit anxious. This is a very lovely poem. I quite enjoyed teaching it. I can't lie to you. I enjoyed learning about it as well as an educator. It's very interesting. It's unlike any apartheid poem that we've dealt with. It's absurd. It's cynical. There's a bit of satire in it. It's anxious. We grow apprehensive a bit toward the end. We're frustrated. There's a whole lot happening. You can do it. Good luck for this poem.